Orisa has finally arrived, and we have a ton of great tips, tricks, and useful advice to help you dominate with Overwatch's latest edition. Orisa's primary fire is a fully automatic machine gun, but unlike Soldier 76s or Bastions, Orisa's shots are projectiles, meaning they have a travel time before reaching their target. The speed is relatively quick, however, at anything beyond close to medium range, you'll need to lead your shots and predict enemy movement. Dealing with fast-moving heroes can be particularly difficult, or those who can fight from a great distance. The spread of the shots is locked, meaning it won't get less accurate the longer it fires. However, it's not a particularly tight spread to begin with. When shooting, her movement speed is reduced, but her large clip size means she can maintain fire for a long period of time. While her damage isn't huge, it can be enough to protect herself, and the constant stream of bullets will be useful at breaking down enemy shields or providing fire through choke points. Her alternate fire, Halt, is one of her most effective tools for dealing with enemy combatants in a number of situations. She launches a projectile that will slow any enemies it passes by. However, most importantly, it will also pull them towards it upon detonation. You can trigger detonation yourself with a second right click, but it will also activate if it hits a surface like the wall or floor. This can often be a more effective way of pulling a hero out from behind cover or grouping targets together rather than trying to time a right click as it passes by. And it can also be used to pull targets over ledges or backwards. Launching it past a Reinhardt, for example, can pull him out of position for his team. One note is that unlike many other crowd control skills, it doesn't include a stun. This means it won't interrupt ultimates or knock a Bastion out of sentry mode. Now, speaking of crowd control, this brings us into our next ability, Fortify. Fortify reduces incoming damage and blocks crowd control effects such as Mei's Freeze, Roadhog's Hook, and Reinhardt's Charge, amongst others. It also will allow Orisa to escape Zarya's Graviton Surge and Mei's Blizzard. Now, that's a win. With Fortify active, Orisa can still push forward, shoot, and use any of her other abilities. This will also allow her to push forward and pressure the enemy. Using it to break through chokes and set up a shield on the other side could be an effective tactic if you're trying to play her on attack. The damage reduction is substantial, but it's not invulnerability. You will still fall to focused fire from multiple sources, but along with the support healing you, it will keep you alive through most standard attacks. At this point, we should also note that half her health is armor. Armor works just the same as normal health, but also has a damage reduction mechanic, making it more effective at heroes who fire lots of low damage attacks. Combined with Fortify, this makes for some major damage resistance. Another important component of the kit is her projected barrier. The skill functions in much the same way as Winston's or Reinhardt's barriers. It starts out as a fire projectile that travels in an arc. While it can't travel long distances, accuracy at range will be something that takes some practice, as you have to compensate for its drop. It can be deployed to assist a teammate or just dropped at your feet to guard yourself and those behind you. Its health isn't huge, so it won't keep you protected forever, but its relatively short cooldown that activates from the moment you cast the skill means you can redeploy it quickly. If you're defending, make sure to have it in place before the start of the match, as this will give time for it to recharge and it will be able to be redeployed instantly, giving almost as much protection as an entire Reinhardt shield. Her ultimate is a deployable device similar to those used by Symmetra. Orisa places the device at her feet and it will boost the damage output of her entire team substantially. However, it does require line of sight to work and will mark buffed allies with a tether similar to Mercy's Beam. This will make it easy for the enemy to pinpoint the location of the ultimate to try and destroy it, and it's also vulnerable to Sombra's hack, and its low health means you will need to protect it by placing it out of the enemy's direct line of sight or behind a barrier. Now, hopefully these tips will help you out in your first few games. We have a full-length guide on the way, which means it will be packed with even more tips and tricks, so stay tuned for that. Let us know what you think of Overwatch's latest hero in the comments below, or for more tips and tricks for Orisa, head over to overwatch.gamepedia.com. As always, this is Dash for Curse saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.